At Althea Group, we've spent the last few years building out the infrastructure required to dominate both the pharmaceutical cannabis industry and the recreational cannabis industry. And we're just at a point where we're going to see some very exciting things develop in both marketplaces, especially in Canada in the short term with our peak processing solutions business, now bringing products to market at dispensaries across the country.
Althea Group Holdings is a leader in the manufacturing, sales and distribution of cannabis-based medicines and adult use cannabis products. Althea operates in highly regulated markets worth around $20.5 billion in Australia, Germany and the United Kingdom and Canada. Joining me to discuss more of its operations is its CEO and Managing Director, Josh Fegan. Josh, welcome to TCN TV.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Josh, many investors focus on the medicinal cannabis segments of pot stocks and give little thought to the recreational cannabis side of their business. Why do you think this occurs?
Australian investors are definitely focused on medicinal cannabis stocks, probably because there's quite a few around. However, recreational cannabis is a fast-growing industry outside of Australia. And with Althea, we're fortunate enough to have exposure to this fast-growing industry through our Canadian business, Peak Processing Solutions.
Now, Althea acquired the Canadian-based Peak Processing Solutions business in October 2019. Can you outline what does Peak entail, and also perhaps what market opportunities did Althea see in Canada?
So Peak Processing Solutions is a contract manufacturing business specialising in the processing and manufacturing of cannabis-infused products. We identified a rather large market opportunity in Canada when Health Canada, the federal regulator, decided to legalise adult use or recreational cannabis products. And yes, we've put together quite the team and are now commercialising products.
Now, Josh, I'm interested to learn more about Peak. What actually makes it unique in the adult use cannabis market? It's really a full 360-degree cannabis service provider, but can you speak to these points of uniqueness when it comes to the adult use cannabis market?
Peak is unique in terms of its production capabilities. So we're able to contract manufacture things like cannabis-infused beverages, topicals for cosmetics, edibles, live concentrates, other product formats that are becoming highly popularised in the Canadian adult use space.
Josh, when a lot of people hear recreational cannabis mentioned, they conjure up a picture of really reefers and not much else. What recreational cannabis products does Althea currently make and market?
So Althea, the brand, is purely a prescription cannabis brand. It doesn't have any recreational product offerings. However, Peak Processing Solutions in Canada are making cannabis-infused products for the likes of Weed MD, Kronos, Collective Arts, which is a big brewing company, EKS, which is a cosmetics company, and many other partnering brands. So we're really facilitating their market access to the fast-growing $4 billion Canadian adult use industry.
And are there underdeveloped categories in the recreational cannabis segment at the moment?
There most certainly is underdeveloped categories in the adult use cannabis space in Canada. We're finding that concentrates, so things like butters, shatters, waxes, live resins, is a category that's really taking off, and people are preferring to administer their cannabis that way rather than smoking a joint or even using a vape pen. So that's very exciting and something that we have very unique capabilities in bringing those products to market on behalf of our customers. We're also seeing a big spike in sales in canned beverages, which is fantastic to see considering we have one of the largest facilities in terms of volume of cans on a per annum basis, which is great. And we're also seeing the topicals sector really start to make a move as well as people get into skincare and beauty elements of both CBD and THC-based cosmetics.
Certainly. And look, Josh, some investors believe the slow but steady legislation of the recreational cannabis will deliver significant earnings upside to pot stocks. How quickly is this process unfolding globally? And do you believe Is this investment thesis too simplistic?
The adult use cannabis space will definitely be the fastest growing and highest generating sector of cannabis for at least the medium term. More and more countries are looking at legalizing recreational or adult use cannabis at a federal level, including the USA and Mexico. So North America is certainly a big target market for peak, considering Canada is now open and we have products hitting dispensaries or retail stores. And obviously entering the US and Mexico for us is quite straightforward. We also have brand partners that will want to take their fledgling brands from Canada into those countries as well. So it's very exciting. We also expect to see legal cannabis legislation appearing in other parts of the world, including Europe, within the next few years. And Althea Group Holdings, through our brand Peak, is well positioned to take advantage of that market.
Josh, Althea's vertically integrated business model does open the door to any number of future growth opportunities. If you were going to force rank these opportunities, what ones really are you looking are the most likely to deliver over the next year or so?
So sticking with our adult use cannabis business, Peak Processing Solutions, I would say that the Canadian market is very much in its introductory phase. We're going to see millions, if not billions of dollars turned over within the next 2 to 3 years in that market alone. We're certainly already talking to brands that are preparing for a launch in both Mexico and the US. If that is indeed made legal by government. So prime position there, and we're keeping a close eye on other markets.
Finally, Josh, Althea's process towards earnings break-even does continue. Where is the company in this journey, and what do you believe is going to accelerate the process?
Yes, we're definitely in a good position financially. We're seeing growth in all of our businesses. I would say that the recreational cannabis sector is more of a sprint than a marathon, whereas prescription cannabis or pharmaceutical cannabis does take time to really seed in. And then we expect a multiplier effect to occur once doctors are prescribing our products to more and more patients. But we're in a good position to see profitability in the not too distant future.
Josh, thank you so much for your time today, and all the best as you move to accelerate Althea's global operations.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. Now, if you like what you see, please be sure to like and share the video and subscribe to TCN TV. Drop us a comment, tell us who you would like to see next and what you would like me to ask them, or if you're an investor, send us an email so we can keep you in the loop with the latest ideas to empower.